Yeah, I just like chat. I just want to chat.
Hey, welcome to the Chatting with Dr. Steve show. I'm your host, Dr. Steve. Today's guest is a comic book artist, social media manager at Chapter House Publishing, and co creator of Arc of the Great White North. Andrew Thomas, welcome to the show.
Hello there, Doctor. Thank you for having me on the
It's
show.
my pleasure. Arc, is that what Northerners talk like?
Arik? No, not really. um, yeah, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I've been kind of sneaking outside of the house once in a while
Naughty,
because of this
naughty.
COVID-19, right? I got to go to like Niagara on the North and Fort George and Fort Erie with nobody there. Sure, I couldn't get in, but awesome photos. No people with big red coats.
Yeah,
So it's kind of nice, but
must be nice
other than
when
that,
there's nobody there.
oh, it is. And it because of us, we've pretty well had either rain or freaking snow. It's an entire freaking crisis. So you get one or two good days, everybody's outside.
Oh yeah, no
Un-
kidding. Yeah.
Unlike in other places where it's sunny all the time and there's like board inside, we're like the weather is going. Yeah, you're staying home. And as an artist, you haven't really been affected much because you're just drawing anyways, right?
I work from home, so it's kind of business as usual, sort of. I mean, the kids are home 24/7 now, so we have
Ah,
that, and they're doing the online e-learning. So it's a little different, but it's still the same. Yeah.
the only bad thing is that a lot of the times you make a bit more money by going to comic cons and whatnot and selling your work and showing yourself off and your work and whatnot. But this is not happening either. So
No,
how are we
that's
dealing with?
true. It's well, I mean, I miss it a lot. I mean, it's that's the one thing about comic art and the community is it's just interacting with people and being and sharing this the love for the industry with so many other amazing creators and fans, and that the social interaction that that now we're no longer allowed. I know for the time being, but yeah, it's that's one thing I definitely miss about this whole about being a comic book artist, and I can't wait for the opportunity to go somewhere, big or small. Just let me get out there. Let me talk to the
Right?
people.
Is it going to be different now that everyone's paranoid about COVID-19? Don't touch my book. Just look at it. Don't touch.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to go back 100% the way it was, or if I don't know. It's almost like entering a new paradigm, a new sense of normalcy. Yeah, who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I just miss it. That's all I know is I miss it. And
No, fair enough. And you've got something called Legion Strike. What is this Legion Strike you've got?
yeah, so Legion Strike is the
Well, before we go,
collectible.
we've got a six people watching or so. So if you guys just want to like come up and say hello, let us know you're there, and we'll give you a shout out. I'll interrupt Andrew, and he'll hate me for it. But and if you're on the Stevel site, go to chatting with Dr. Stevel, and I can see your responses. If not, then I won't be able to see it. Jeff Burton, there you go. Good morning,
Hey,
gents.
Jeff. Good morning to you, sir. Hope you're doing well out there in Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan, yeah, that's quite an exciting place.
I,
One of
I
my
you know
most
what?
exciting drive-throughs.
I want to go. I mean, I want to visit there one day, and I mean, I've got the chance to go out to Calgary, to Victoria. I definitely want to see the most I can from this country. So
For sure. There's editable Polly.
that's
Do you know
Paul.
this
Yeah.
gentleman?
Hey, Paul. Good to see you.
Paul. There's my friend Karen. I'm not sure if that's a clapping or that's a waving.
Yeah.
I can't.
Hello, Karen.
It's just a hand. like a hand job there. I don't know.
Oh my.
I went there right. It's too early for me.
That's all good.
Oh, and William Byrne.
William, good
Any
morning.
relation? Morning. Any relation to John Byrne? No.
You cut off there. What was that?
Any relation to John Byrne? William Byrne?
Oh,
No.
just imagine.
He's got greatness in his future. Okay, Auric Strike Force. This is a trading card or card
Legion
game,
Strike.
right?
That's right.
Legion
It is
Strike.
the first trading card game. There's the box there.
Ooh, and that's Auric on there.
That's right. So this is the trading card game based on the Orc of the Great White North comic series, and it is pretty much the first Canadian independent superhero trading card game to exist.
That's a fact.
Well, so far, that I'm aware of. I mean, I do know that Canadian superheroes appear in trading card games like Deadpool, Wolverine. Marvel has their game, but to have a game specifically about Canadian superheroes, I'm pretty sure this is a first.
Wow. And when you say Canadian superheroes, is it just Auric superheroes, or is it lots of the ones from your little organization?
The base set will include all the the main characters from the Auric series. So you do have characters such as, if I may show, I can show you the cards themselves. So you do have the heroes like Auric, and you have Kinsey Norland, who's got some magic, and then you have Desbois. Mech. And you notice that these three cards are different colors. It's because each hero or villain, actually, there you go. So villain, there's Halcyon.
Yes.
Each villains in here has their own specific attribute. So Auric is a might attribute. Norland is a magic, as well as Halcyon, and Desbois is mech. And that factors in because the game itself has cards
Crystal,
that go with it. Good morning, Crystal. How are you? We have, these are equip cards. So these are cards that you equip onto the hero for an added strength or a special a special effect that can only be used for that specific hero attribute. And then, as well as, you have these action cards, which give you certain elements as well to help you advance in the game. And power cards. Power cards are basically the currency of the game, whereas you have to kind of load up your hero with the correct amount of power cards. So in this case, Auric here has a power card cost of 3. You need 3 power cards in order for him to be able to attack. So there could be times where you are struggling to draw, or your opponent might have the advantage because you are not able to put down the correct number of power cards. And then the 1 card per deck, there is a Guardian card. And this Guardian card is definitely very advantageous to your character because it allows you special benefits. Like, for example, it could lower the cost of the power card, or every turn you get 2 health points added back, and it stays on the field for 3 turns. So that's basically, in a nutshell, that's just in a nutshell, the way the first elements, because this game has 2 game mechanics, and that's the basic player versus player mechanic, whereas the second one is called Beast Mode, and that's a cooperative multiplayer, like almost party game to it. So you are teaming up with your opponent, becomes your ally, and now you have to take on a series of beast cards. So, for example, these beast cards are different because at the bottom they have a requirement, or a victory requirement. So when you're playing against these cards, you're putting down the number of symbols or tokens, as we call them. You put them down, and then once you have the correct number of tokens in one turn, you beat him. If not, he gets to attack you. So when you're drawing, let's say, for example, when you're drawing a card in beast mode, this just becomes a token card, and you're just using the symbol to match what's on the beast card. And this effect actually becomes meaningless. So you just kind of ignore that. So this just becomes a token for that. So you play the correct number of cards, and you win. And if you can beat all the beasts within about 5 minutes or so, then you win the challenge.
Well, how do you get your cards? How do you get your attack cards? Do you have them, or you pick them from a deck, or
Yeah, so you have like so they're yeah, you'll have a deck of cards,
right?
About 50 cards in total, and a basic playthrough for like the beast mode is that you'll have the stack of beast cards in the middle, and then you'll flip them over, and then you have, let's say, 5 cards in your hand. And then you and your ally can play any number of cards, and you can combine the efforts. So let's say, for example, you only have 2 of these swords, whereas this beast card only requires 3. So if he has a beast, or your ally has a sword as well, you can put it down, and that helps or that goes towards beating the beast. So it's a combined effort.
Okay. All right, that's cool. But what if your ally just stabs you in the back? And that's
I don't recall putting that in the game, but
I'm evil. I think these things, you know. I used to play Risk.
I never actually played, but I know how it goes.
Yeah, you make alliances, and then at the right moment, you just decide to break it and do what's best for you.
So I mean, I think it's fun. You know, my kids and I have been playtesting the deck a few times now, and they enjoy it. So I think it is a fun. It is for as early as 5 years can play. I mean, it's not too intense like, you know, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, that kind of thing. It is more geared for the younger audiences, but it is enjoyed for all ages.
Okay, well, how do people get a hold of this card if they want one?
So, as of today, we have just opened up the pre-orders for the beta set. So this is the beta set, and it is a 2-deck starter set. You get a hero deck and a villain deck, plus you get 10 beast cards. So you have enough to play both games with 2 people. And our pre-order set also has multiple tiers. And so you can get the basic tier, which is the basic set, plus a 3D printed game coin, because you'll need a coin for the game. So you can get one of those. And then, as well as the next set, you get a 5-card booster pack that has an expansion on or a few extra cards that are not in the set, as well as you get this really cool promo card, which is holographic.
Oh, that's holographic. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know.
What's this little 3D printed image that you got?
Oh yeah, so the gold tier is the 6-inch 3D printed. It's a gold, like a gold colored filament used for the print, and that is was modeled and printed by Team Oric's newest member, Timothy Bell, and they are just absolutely fantastic. So they're limited to only 20 spots. They'll be numbered, and yeah, that's, you get each tier comes with everything before it, and and this is just for the beta set, you know, to get, you know, your hands on the game early, you know, before we move on to the next phase.
Okay. Amazing Reed says dope sauce.
Oh, thank you.
I think that's good, right?
I think so. I'm gonna interpret it as good. So
All
here's a.
right.
If we want to make the screen bigger, check that out. Yeah, check how
Sharon Gothe says, "Woo, Timothy." All right,
woo,
I'm
Timothy.
gonna.
That's right. Yeah, woo. It looks better in person, but yeah, that's the holographic promo card.
Awesome. Jeff Burton says, "Looks so awesome." Yay, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
And Sharon, I'm not sure if you saw this. She goes, "Whoa, Timothy."
Woo,
What's a
Timothy.
Timothy?
That's right.
Woo. Now, we were involved. I was involved. You are like the media, you know, guru for Chapter House, right?
A social media manager for yeah.
That's it. Well, because of that, I picked up like all this really cool stuff.
Oh, you got the bundle, the Capes for Kids bundle.
Yeah, tell us about Capes for Kids. I'm going to see if I can find the ad and share that so we all know
Oh, it's
what's
a
going on
fantastic
here.
initiative to help kids in need. We're partnering up with Hull and Bloorview, the hospital for kids, and we put together a really cool bundle package, which you get 8 trade paperbacks from Chapter House, and you pick up the bundle. 20% of that the proceeds it goes in your name to the Harlan Bloorview Capes for Kids, and we've actually just recently extended it so that now that's we're going to be donating now up to 25% of every proceed from any purchase done on our online store at chapterhouse.ca in your name to Capes for Kids. So it doesn't matter if it's the bundle or any purchase. Now we're upping the ante to 25%.
Now, what is Capes for Kids? It's like, you just give capes on kids, push them out windows or what? Fly!
Preferably not. I mean, kind of I think that defeats the purpose of the whole thing.
Well, I got my pack. It's pretty cool. I got 11 trade paperbacks. We got Northgard. Oh, 12. This is a bonus. The Captain Canuck.
Yeah, keep rubbing that in my face. Why don't you?
Because it's fun. Because I got it.
I'm still waiting for mine.
Right? I thought you should have contacts. You should be able to get yours.
I'm waiting. Yeah, because of the whole COVID thing, I haven't received all my comped copies yet.
Well, this is awesome. Green screen. It see right through the comic.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, so I got a lot of reading to do. Wow.
And there's a really intuitive, really easy to follow a reading order at the back of each trade, so you know which one to pick up next. But the cool thing about it is that each trade can also be read individually. It's got its own self-containing story, but it is part of an overall universe.
Yeah, I was waiting a long time for this, but they kept delaying the trade paperbacks. And then as soon as they got them in, this COVID-19 hit, and there's no way I was going to get these books. But now I do. Cool.
Yeah, we've made thanks to our combined efforts and our amazing team at Chapter House, we're finally able to get these out to everybody that's been so eagerly, patiently waiting.
Does Chapter House have anything interesting in store for Chapter House and Captain Canuck?
Oh yeah, we got tons stuff I can't talk about, but yes, lots of cool things coming your way from Chapter House. As you can see from the free comic book day, there is going to be 2 new titles, which is Canuck Beyond and Captain Battle.
Captain Battle.
Yeah.
Tell us about Captain Battle.
So Captain Battle, without going too much, because he's introduced in the season 4 trade paperback of Captain Canuck, which is the invasion storyline. American soldier who lost his son during the invasion, and basically he is tasked with hunting down the remaining elements of this this organization known as Halo, who were up to no good. And after the invasion, they kind of like separated into different factions. So he's kind of, that book is about him like kind of hunting down those factions and kind of getting rid of them. And
Revenge.
right, yeah, and
Justice.
Cap justice. Yeah, I would say more justice, but depends on how you look at it or how they look at it.
We got my friend Johnny Miller, who's a Colonel Sanders representative. He's a clone of Colonel.
Oh,
Says howdy, guys.
well, Colonel.
And Jeff Burton is also impatiently waiting. So
Yeah.
the doctor got his, but you guys still waiting?
So I guess
Cool.
we're loading up a lot of orders. As of right now, there's on the donation page, there's tons of names, tons of people who have graciously donated to the Capes for Kids Foundation, and we can't, we couldn't be more thankful that we can actually, provide you with something cool for your efforts.
And the last day is June 5th, right? This Friday,
I believe so. Don't quote me on it, but I believe yes, and I think this is the last week for that.
We got 5 days to get this whole package. That's cool. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I got mine. I don't care. I'm good. I'll do this every time I see you. Hey.
Well, by the time you see me, I'll probably already have it. So
I might as well enjoy this right now, right? Because I can.
Yeah. Enjoy it while you can.
I'm a jerk. That's pretty cool. So Auroch, there's some question about whether you created Auroch or co-created. Tell us a story about that.
In the co-created camp of that, I mean, the original design was done by Mike Ruth, which and many people know is a fantastic artist, and he's a wonderful human being. He created Auroch as a mascot for the Timmins Con, and that was back in 2014. I think that's when he did it. And Davis, the writer for the book, he is the artist alley coordinator for the show. So he approached me to come to the show. I offered to do something special and unique, limited edition, and we decided to take this character and give him a backstory, actually create a legacy around this character. And originally was only supposed to be an annual thing.
Right.
But because of the success of it and how well received it was, we turned it into a regular series. And and people have been enjoying it, and we love working on it, and I think we're doing great things with it. Expanding it, whether it's into a card game or something else. I think the coolest part about it is the fact that now people in the north, northern Ontario, northern Canada, they can have a voice now. They have this character who's represented, and yeah, that's right, Sharon. It all went uphill from there. That's right.
They got a voice, so nobody cared about Timmins until Auroch came by, and now they got their own superhero, so they can just
Timmins was somehow on the map, because of Shania Twain, and like, oh, she's from Timmins, this little town in northern Ontario, and so, but now we have the superhero. It's not only that, but we're adding to this cool legacy of this new golden age of Canadian comics. And then you have these creators from all over the country, including Jeff Burton, being in Humboldt, Saskatchewan with Aurora Man. It's cool to have those that voice, in a small town that would have otherwise been, missed or unheard. So it's not just the big cities that should get the love; it should be everywhere.
Right. So Timmins got Auroch, Jeff Burton in Humboldt. They've got Aurora Man. Toronto, Mississauga. They've got the Human Lizard.
That's right.
It's just fantastic. Oh, and Big Nick is over in
Sudbury. That's right.
Sudbury, right? So it's pretty cool. You guys have done like a crossover. Or at
least
we did
the first it was like the major crossover. Jeff was talking about it when he was on with you, but the Adventures of Aurora Man annual, you got to see this huge gathering of indie Canadian superheroes, and I think that's like one of the first times. I think if anything, it's like the largest gathering of Canadian indie superheroes in one book. So I mean, you got to give a big, a big applause to Jeff and the whole team there for doing that. So that's it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, but it's just a teaser. I was looking for like nonstop action. Them going against some like crazy ass aliens. Everyone like punching, like Crisis on Infinite Earths. You know.
We have the heart, but we have the heart of like, well, let's say the big companies, but not exactly all the resources. So
Of course, right.
that's the no, but it's the heart that counts. It's the passion and the heart, and like even what Jeff was saying, he's writing these comics, because it's something that he wants to read. He's doing something that he wants to read himself, and he wants to share with people, and absolutely.
Now, something I got to ask Mike about, which I'm not sure if you do, but Auric, why a big lion? I mean, it being Canada, shouldn't he be like a giant moose or a giant beaver attacking people or polar bear?
there's more than one answer to that question. So the actual answer for that is when Mike created the mascot. It was originally because the show Timmins Con was in association with the Lions Club. So
Okay.
they took that concept and he turned it into a lion, a lion-headed Viking Nordic beast warrior. But it really comes down to not wanting to adhere to the stereotypes of Canada or that kind of thing, or it's changing it up to make it into a lion because the lion represents more than just the physical. Than just the physical attributes. A lion, it has is much more symbolic than people realize. Lions are very prideful. They're brave. They're full of pride. They are they're truly majestic creatures. When you really look at them, and then his name Auric it also means heart. Means gold. So he also has a heart of gold, and Timmins is a city with the heart of gold because of all the mining, the mining industry up there.
I love gold.
That's right.
Oh, that's pretty cool. It's amazing. And you've also worked on Captain Canuck covers and Captain Canuck stories as well. No?
Yep.
I mean, you're just doing more than Auric. You're like an artist in demand in Toronto now.
I guess so. For Chapter House, it is mainly all the lettering. So I do all the lettering for all the in-house chapter verse books, which not only includes Captain Canuck, but there's Freelance, Phantoma, Agents of Pact, Captain Battle, any of the new stuff that's coming in. Plus, I did a few of the worked on a few of the creator-owned books as well. Like I did one issue of Fourth Planet done by Fred Kennedy. There's another book coming out called Minerva's Map, which is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, and then I get to do the odd cover here and there, and I get to draw sometimes the stories themselves. Like in the case of Canuck Adventures, the kids book.
Yeah, I like that. I'm only disappointed because you only have one out. I mean, it's such a fun read for kids, even for me.
And it's one for now. I mean, we did have to kind of push it back a little bit because the other books took precedent.
Right.
Especially with the our new, I guess, publishing strategy kind of thing. So we wanted to get more of the trades out, as soon as we could. And yes, Sharon. Oh God, thank you. No, if anybody is the legend, it's Sharon. Sharon Gauthier, ladies and gentlemen, is the Swiss Army knife or the backbone of Team Auric. I can rattle on a list of names for her. But
all good,
she's there. Oh yeah, all good. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she's there. We've found ourselves in a pickle now and then, and she's like steps in and helps, and
Well, what does Sharon do? Well,
So
let's tell me.
Sharon, oh god, what doesn't she? It'd be easier to tell you what she doesn't do. But no, she's the colors for the Oric series. She's done. She took over as artist for Oric's Tall Tales when we were still doing that. Um, she's been doing a lot of when we had the Patreon open. She was doing monthly postcards in different styles. So she is very versatile when it comes to art. Just art equals Sharon, and she can do it all. It's fantastic. So yeah, I'd be remiss to say that that we'd be lost without her.
Way to go, Sharon.
Mhm.
She's got to make appearances with you sometime.
Oh yeah, we should do a whole Team Oric live chat.
Oh, for sure. Oh yeah, definitely. So obviously Timmins was canceled. When was that supposed to happen? Oh, and
April.
Sharon sends her love.
It was supposed to be in April.
Oh yeah.
April, I forget the date. I think it's 19th and 20th or something like that. But it was postponed until end of September, and we are hoping that still will be the case. If not, then it'll probably get postponed until 2021, which is a real shame because this one would have been the 10th anniversary of the Timmins Con. Plus, we would have had brought up the Legion Strike game. We would have had Oric issue 6 out. A lot of cool stuff was in the works, and still is. We just kind of pushed it back a bit.
Now I know the first few series of Oric, you had financed through Kickstarter. What about this latest issue?
So this
Same?
latest issue, probably we've been talking about it. It will. It probably will end up on Kickstarter only because it is a double-sized finale for this story arc. So we probably might end up doing that, or we've been fortunate enough to make some fantastic relationships with sponsors, both here and up in Timmins, and we've been able to rely on them or for helping us print these books. So we didn't even have to go to Kickstarter because of that. So we're still, it's still undecided what we want to do, but either way, the books are coming out.
Oh, for sure. Now, myself, I'm a bit of a media whore that if there's an opportunity in a Kickstarter to get myself thrown in a comic book, I will. So will there be any of these opportunities in this latest
It's
story?
very possible. Very, very
Because the
possible.
last one I missed it by a day. I mean, I got to like the person who contributed to that perk actually got to be turned into a monster which fought more Oric, and I kind of missed it, and because some guy beat me to it. Snooze, you lose.
Yeah, it won't be the last time. So we'll leave a spot open just for you. How about
that? Thank you. I want to keep my evil going. Yeah. Oh, hey, someone's late to the party. Ricky
Did we talk
Lima.
about the
Did
card
you
game
guys talk
already?
about?
Yeah, we did. You missed
Yeah,
it,
I
Ricky.
was kind of like,
You missed it.
sorry, Ricky. I just started off with it because it was the first thing on my mind, and I just went boom. just threw it out there. We just went, whoa. And he showed all the cool things. What does Ricky have to do with it? What did he help with it?
I don't know. I think
Or he just heard about it?
he's just interested in it, and rightfully so. I mean, I think it's a great card game.
Oh, for sure.
I'm a little biased.
Oh, Ricky, the card game looks fantastic. Either Andrew can show us again, or you can just like wait till this is over and we can watch it from the beginning.
Sure. Well, here's the box.
Which, well, I know, right?
The box, and there's the back, and it gives you a breakdown of what it comes inside and how to play. This kind of cool thing, and we got the. Give them a show. A couple of the characters here. So there's our character cards. These are the heroes, and then there's another one with villains.
Villains are good.
Yeah. And then we got beast cards. And we have...
Well, he's excited for it, for
Guardian cards. Yeah, so he's... Oh, well. I can't wait. I can't wait for people to get their hands on it and start playing. So Sorry, it's a little messy here. And oh yeah, and I got to show this off again because there's the promo card.
All right, hold on. I'm just going to disappear.
Oh yeah, the promo card holographic, which is available in the silver tier of the pre-order. That just went up this morning.
That's right, Ricky. Looks cool, man. You've got a lot of cool stuff. You've even had Funko Pops of your characters. Do you still have any of those?
No, well, not anymore. I we put up I even put up the prototype for sale. I think late last year, and that went instantly. We only made, so there was only 6 in total that was ever made.
Wow. It's pretty tough to make too, right? Probably took a while.
Yeah, the original base for the model was I forget the name of the character, but it was from Magic the Gathering when they had the Funko Pops, and there was a lion character. I forget his name, but he had to sculpt a few extra parts around it, and then he had to paint them all. And the sculptor said it was completely exhausting, and he would never do it again. So I'm like, and I don't blame you, but like the end result is fantastic. And then I had boxes made for it, so it actually looks legit. That's the one thing I kind of hope, I pride myself on, is to kind of give it that as authentic feel as possible.
Yeah, well, you're the one that gave me the idea and did the artwork for my Dr. Stevel Funko Pops.
That's right. Which I noticed is becoming a hot commodity.
It was. A lot more went than I thought. So I just went out and bought a lot of Dr. Evil Funko Pops, painted a little bit here and there, and then because people wanted it. So it's like, all right. Well, took me a lot of work, but
there you go.
Get the fans what they want.
Exactly.
Now, one talent that a lot of people do not realize you have is that you go after scam artists.
Oh, yeah. From time to time, that's kind of a very niche hobby of mine. It's very out of left field, but yeah, I'm part of this this community known as Scam Baiters, and what we do is we purposely call back up these telephone scammers, whether they pretend to be from the IRS, the CRA, or just general tech support, and we purposely waste their time, and we bait them by pretending to be would-be victims. The one thing about these scammers is that you listen to them enough times that you notice a pattern, and they have a script, they have a formula, what's going to come next, so you can bait them along. And there's a lot of social engineering that goes with it too, because to get them to keep talking. And there are a couple of amazing YouTubers that do this for a living, and they are constantly played in the background as I'm working, and it is such a fun, rewarding experience. So, and I've done it many times already myself, pretending to be old ladies, they prey primarily on the elderly, and I guess the most important part of it is trying to educate people to look out for these, because many people, especially the elderly, prey victim to these scams. They lose all their money, and it is so unfortunate. There's a lot of ways to raise awareness from that, but there's 2 YouTubers that I follow. His name is Kitboga, Kitboga, and then the other one is Scammer Payback. And you can listen to them make calls live, and there's a lot of really amusing narratives that they follow. And the best part is when the scammer realizes that he's not getting anything and he's wasted a couple hours, and he rage quits and he just gets angry, and it is so funny to listen to.
Yeah, you called me one time and told me to listen as you went live against one scammer, and that was the funniest thing I ever heard. I had to keep my mouth shut not to laugh. you were pretending to be an old man, and then you were not sure, so you had to call your son, which you played as well, and like having a conversation,
That's
listening
right.
to all
Yeah,
this stuff.
I remember that. Yeah, I had to talk to myself, and I had to change my voice, between instantly, and he caught on. He actually believed it. It was so funny.
Oh, and the fact that you're driving down to the local Walmart or Canadian Tire or whatever, and you start singing songs, which is just annoying the hell out of them. And I thought that was freaking hilarious, singing along to the music.
That's what I think. That's what we should do that one time live. Is when I'll just pick up my phone and we can call some scammers live and have some fun. Just it'd be cool.
Yeah, what's the best time to do it? Or are they?
They operate, so a lot of the scammers, because in India, well, mostly because I'm not going to say that all scammers are Indian, but most of them are in India, Pakistan, even Nigeria, and a lot of them is done for them during their night shift. So right now it would roughly be, I don't know what time it is there, but it's usually the night shift. So they are active when we're during business hours here in North America.
All right, so yeah, if the crowd would want, the audience, I wouldn't mind having you do this live on the show, and we can just sit here and listen and just enjoy what's going on.
You mean right now?
Not right now, no.
Okay, good. I was gonna say
I'm not gonna be working.
There's a little
in the future.
Prep. Yeah, no, but absolutely, yeah.
You still got the numbers?
Oh, they change often, but there's a bunch of websites and there's a bunch of sources that I can find numbers from. So that part really isn't a problem. Whether they pick up or not is another thing. And then yeah, you have to kind of be prepared. Like for example, in the case for like the IRS scammers, when they call you and they say that they've done a random audit and then you owe them X amount of back taxes, you have to kind of be prepared because they'll ask you for your social security number. So being in Canada, I have to kind of look all this up. And you have to, there's stuff online that generates a, fake information. So fake name, fake address, fake social security, and they just pretend to look it up. Sometimes they have they cross-reference it with a social security verifier. I know there's a site that does that. So you kind of have to just play along, and sometimes we even throw in sound effects, if we're in the car, or ambient noise in the background. We've gone so far as to like even pretend like we're in a grocery store and we had like ambient noise in the background, so he actually thinks that we are there. One time, I was scam baiting with another scam baiter, so we were kind of teaming up on this call, and I think I got pulled over. I pretended to get pulled over twice in that call. So as an old lady, and the guy got furious because he's like, "Oh my god!" Was like, "Would you drive slowly? Can you please go to the store, get the gift cards? Can you please do that?" And I would keep trying to find ways to get off track to kind of infuriate him even more. Or that because it really is unfortunate how excited they get when they think they are going to get money from you. And so they'll try to guide you as best as they can to get you to the store to buy the gift cards and then read the gift cards over the phone. And sometimes I'll just hang up right then and there, and they'll call back like 10, 20 times because they think they're so close, and then you've just kind of ripped the carpet from under their feet. And they just wasted 2 hours. And then for them, because their call centers, every minute counts. They're charged every minute. So
oh really?
Oh yeah, they're charged every minute. I could ramble on and on about this. It's fun to do. It could also be dangerous because if you let on too much, or if you do end up giving personal information, or sometimes the professional scam baiters will allow the scammers to connect to their computers. but what they'll be using a virtual machine instead. So they're not going on their computer themselves, but the virtual machine on it. So the computer within a computer, and they'll mess around and pretend, and they think that they try to lock you out, but you can just refresh the virtual machine, and you're like, nah, you didn't get anywhere, bud. And so
Now, you've made a few of these calls, and you have your own YouTube page, don't you?
oh yeah, I do.
Let us know.
It's for a bit of fun. So if you go on YouTube and type in Teddy Scrubs,
Teddy
SC,
Scrubs.
yeah, Teddy Scrubs scam. That's the name I use for Scam Beta. You can hear some of the calls that I've done.
I do enjoy it. I mean, you're the one that got me to go on live a couple times. I picked up a few things from you. But yeah, you can tell right near the end they really get excited, and then they just keep saying, yeah, let's. So YouTube Teddy Scrubs, is that correct?
That's right.
All right, yeah. So if you want any really cool virtual calls from Andrew, who's doing his part to save the elderly and scam the scammers,
Yeah,
it's funny. It's a great listen to. You have it on in the background as you're working. It's pretty good. So you might have a career in voice acting too, because you changed your voice a few times.
I've you know what, I've been told that a couple times. I have that ability, and it honestly, it was one of the career paths that I was kind of debating before getting into comics. Is, do I want to pursue voice acting, or do I want to pursue illustration? And I obviously chose the latter. But it's not to say that I don't still do it from time to time, especially against some scammers, or even to my own children, and just show them how weird Dad really is.
Oh, okay. I thought you. I just got this image of you calling your children trying to scam them. Or Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Right. Oh, perfect. I was hoping Jeff would chime in. Voice acting, eh? We have a lot to talk about.
Oh, hey, that's cool. I mean, I didn't even actually consider that, but yeah, Jeff, let's talk. Let's do it up.
I was about to call Jeff out on this, but he kind of beat me to it and typed this because he does his own Aurora Man audio.
That's right, and it's fantastic. And hey, if there's a part for me, why not?
Yeah, Jeff, just do a little bit of research, listen to some of this Teddy Scrubs, and then you can see what he can do. It's also for good cause too.
My idea, the Teddy Scrubs persona. That's a different character. He talks with he's got like a New York accent, and he's very gruff, and
hey, he's down here, right? So he talks like this, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, you want to scam me? Not today, buddy." And you picked the wrong day to mess with Teddy Scrubs.
Oh, that's just amazing. Because we're used to your voice, and now we got this thing coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, so you ever step foot in my territory, I'm gonna mess you up, okay? So you take it easy there.
Okay, sure. Backing off.
The other one, the other voice I love to do with scammers is Mrs. Doubtfire. So we call it as Mrs. Doubtfire, and I'm like, "Oh, hello, dear. Thank you for taking my call. I've got a wee bit of a problem on the computer, dear." So yeah, it's oh man, it's a hoot and a half. You're making me forget about comics, man. Now I just want to do this now.
Right? I know. It's like you got a bit of time.
Yeah. So no, it's fun. I don't get to do it often. I don't get to do it a lot, but when I do have a moment or two, I'll kind of hop on. We have a Discord server. So we get to do some calls in there, and yeah, a lot of the times it's just me listening in. But yeah, no, this stuff has to be it's got to be stopped. So it's a damn shame.
Obviously, I think there was one time I was talking to some guy, and we're making small talk while I'm supposedly in the car driving, So I'm try. So did you hear about those people calling from India? Those scammers? He goes, yes, I'm one of them. I go, yeah, I know. Boom. That's how he answered. I'm like, oh, but yeah, not as cool as yours, but still.
Hey,
Now back to comic books.
yeah, exactly. Let's segue back into comic books.
Oh, so what future projects or what are we working on now? Anything in the future that we should know?
Well, we are still working on finishing Orc issue 6, which is again the last issue for the arc before it turns into a trade paperback. As well as we're working on this this one-shot special story called Long Winter, and
Long Winter.
it's a unique story because each page is just it's not a comic per se, but it's each page is a single illustration that's black and white and it has no dialogue. And these at least I don't think it has dialogue. I'm pretty sure. Please, Davis or anybody, quote me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's a silent it's a silent book that kind of showcases the events of right after Orc transforms the first time in 1912, I believe. So this is basically like moments after the initial transformation, which you get to see in both issues 0 and 1, and then after the scene cuts, that's kind of like where it continues from there. But the cool thing about it is that we have many artists on board for this. So I think we have a few artists. I think each artist is doing about 5 pages or so for this. So we have Locke Nguyen. I believe Casey Parsons is on it. We have, I think Casey Parsons. We have Mark. Oh, I forget his last name. He's one of Davis's friends who did. I can't pronounce his last name because I haven't. I've only seen written. But he did the poster, the charity poster that we just had. That's supporting the Jump City comic book store up in Timmins. So that was done by Mark, who was doing the book as well. We have Shane Heron doing some work in the book. I'm doing some work in the book, and then the cover is done by Mike Ruth, and it is this amazing. It's this double page cover, or I think it's I forget the term escapes me right now, but it's the cover that stretches both front and back, and it's this big close-up wraparound. Thank you. I don't know why that term just escaped me, but yeah, it's a wraparound cover of Oryx's face, and it is done masterfully by Mike Ruth, and it is just absolutely amazing. So that's so we're working on that also right now. We don't necessarily have a release date for it just yet, but it is a project that Davis had been wanting to do for some time. So I'm glad we're able to see that to fruition. And then apart from that, we have the Legion Strike game is going to go on. We have already plans for expansions. And then as for me personally, I still continue my work with Chapter House doing the lettering. And lots of good stuff. Planning ahead. I'm just hoping that that we can actually go out and talk to people and get to see people again at conventions. Whether it's big or small. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. So.
All right, you may not have seen this, but Yaron says hello.
He's watching. Hey, Yaron, how are you?
Also. Rod Sherman says every winter in Timmins. I guess it's winter in Long and Silent.
Oh, long winter in Timmins, yeah.
Yeah. Now, one thing now that you're with Chapter House, they started a second Captain Canuck animated series for YouTube, but only the first episode came out. What happened to the rest?
I honestly don't know. That's above my pay grade. I honestly
Fair
don't
enough.
know. The animated series was before my involvement with Chapter House, so I'm not sure what's happening there. Um, and I don't I never really asked, to be honest with you. Um, but I think we have but there are plans in store for for Captain Canuck in a multimedia fashion. It's been hinted before, even by Jay Baruchel himself, that he's co-writing a script for the Captain Canuck animated feature, which is a few years away. I have no ideas about what else, but there's at least that. I mean that's still pretty cool.
Let's get Auroch as an animated series.
I'd
I think
love
that would
that.
have a lot of
I
potential.
would love that to happen.
Start talking to some people. Yaren, you may know someone. Come on, give
Yeah,
it up. You're a
certainly.
filmmaker.
If we can, yeah, we can, find a way to produce a pilot. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we got a lot of talent. You know pretty well everyone. Most people are ex-animators or whatnot, so
Hey,
need that studio, I guess, to back it.
anything's possible.
For sure. All right. Well, thanks a lot, man. This has been quite informative and quite fun. Anything else you want to say before we go?
Um, yeah, I don't know. Check the pre-order for Oryx Legion Strike, and get your hands on the beta release. Be one of the first few people. We're doing a very limited amount of copies for the game. And there's only going to be 20 numbered statues for the gold tier, so check that out. Don't miss that. Yeah, and all our issues are still free to read on our website. So head to greatnorthcomics.com, and then there's a link on the front page. You can read all our issues for free right now.
So greatnorth.comics.com, which is located down here. You go up there and it says, how do you get the free downloads? How do you read it?
It's just you head to there's a banner on the web on the front page, and it just says read all our issues for free. Just click it, and then it'll take you to a page, and it's got every issue listed as a PDF. You just click it and open it, and you can give a read right from there. So yeah.
Oh, it sounds amazing. I think I'll be doing that. And Edible Polly says Auroch animated. He's excited about that. Even though it's not a thing, he's excited about it.
Yeah, I gotta give a big shout out to Paul here, because he is a huge supporter of Auroch, as well as yourself, of course. But he helped support the Jump City fundraiser. He picked up a few prints from us, so thank you so much for your generosity, Paul. I got to meet him because he was a professor at the Mohawk College, and I got to speak to his class. And I met many incredible students, including Timothy Bell, who now became a part of Team Auroch as our sculptor and basically our I don't know what to call it. It's not a merchandising production department, yet, but he is he's helping us with that aspect of the Auroch goodies, so to speak. So yes, again, thank you very much, Paul, for that.
And he's happy. He likes it. Yay! Smiley face. Oh, Jeff. Paul is a great guy. Has been a big supporter of Aurora Man as well.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, he is absolutely all about the Canadian comic books in the Canadian Canadian superhero scene. He is, checking everybody out, supporting everybody. He's and that's what we love to see when people are passionate about that kind of stuff, and they love the how much of a resurgence that Canadian superheroes are making these days. Not necessarily from the mainstream, but independent. People are taking the matters into their own hands to create these amazing characters, and giving them the spotlight that they deserve, from towns that also deserve just as much a spotlight.
Right, exactly. And he says, "Thanks, guys. Fantastic show. Thank you for watching." Editable Polly. We'll just call you Polly. Oh,
See, look at that.
Paul's
More
a
praise for
freaking
Paul.
godsend. Holy crap! I should get Paul on here. Everyone seems to love this guy.
Yeah,
Paul's a
I think
freaking
that's a
godsend.
fantastic idea.
On script and oh wow, thanks, Paul. Because he's putting a lot of people through college, a lot of kids through college. As am I, but you know.
Yeah. But and thanks to you for letting me come on and mumble my way through this, because that wasn't uncomfortable at all for me. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh come on, it was fun. It was fun. You got to tell us all about Auric and a few of your card games, and especially about Teddy Scruffy or Scruff Teddy.
Yeah, Sir,
That's all kind of fun
Sir
stuff.
Theodore Scrubbington.
That's right.
I just
Oh geez, everyone loves Paul.
Paul
Paul's
is
the
there's
best.
Timothy. Yeah, Paul is the best. Absolutely.
Paul.
He's going to become like his own celebrity in the Canadian comic community, if not already. Because clearly,
right? I just keep trying to get myself put in there, beaten up by almost every superhero out there. Still working on a few.
yeah, you've acquired a nice collection so far of sketches being of the Doctor getting his butt handed to him.
Yeah. Right here behind me on the wall, you see like me about to chop Auric's head off on the cover of that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
In the corner. I also posted it on your promo if you've noticed that.
Yes, you did. I noticed that. You photoshopped that into there very sneakily.
Yeah, I did, because I'm evil. That's what I do.
Fair enough. I mean, you can't blame when he's clearly honest about what he's doing. We know what you're all about.
Pretty well, yeah. Yeah. I want to destroy the Canadian superhero industry from within. Yeah.
That's one way to do it.
That's right. Make my appearances, then see you all. No, not really. Okay. I did make an appearance in one of your comics once, just one panel. So I mean, you see some weirdo guy sitting there like that.
Yep, you showed up at the bar in Timmins in
That's
issue 3. It was issue 3.
So I'm out there. We know I'm out there.
That's going to be like the coolest Easter egg hunt find for like the Canadian comic book collection. It's like where's Dr. Stevel? And they just got to find every single Easter egg.
Right?
That'd be a fun.
I know.
collection.
I mean, Jeff Burton just found me in the Pitiful Human Lizard one.
See, you're going places.
Yeah, Jason was cool. He goes, "Hey, who wants to be in my comic book?" And I'm like, "Me." So lady accident. Just I say some terrible things to her, and she doesn't take too kindly to that.
Well, that means it's official. You're now in the Chapter House universe. You exist there, so
I exist there twice. First animated, and then reality.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Still cool. I still can't get over the fact that you have Chris Holden Reed playing Captain Canuck. He's got such a like that iconic voice for that now.
Right, I know. It's like, I question your life choices and whatnot. I mean, he's really freaking totally cool and Canadian. That's how I would expect a Canadian superhero to sound.
Yeah, they were brought up twice to the Timmins Con, and we got to talk and hang with him just a bit, and he's him and Paul Amos, fantastic guys, fantastic.
Absolutely. I mean, I got to fly with Captain Canuck.
In the series, or
no, in real life, I got to fly with Captain Canuck. Karen and I were coming from Turks and Caicos from vacation, and Chris just happened to be on the same flight.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, we didn't hang out and do coffee and wine together, but the fact is, afterwards I go, "Hi, Chris, how you doing?" He was very polite, remembered me, and and just Karen, and it was all fine. So I got to fly with Captain Canuck, so I'm pretty cool about that.
That's right. That's I think no, I've never. I don't have a story like that, man.
Well, it's not exciting. It's not like we both fought crime or anything, or fought over baggage.
That you could tell us. I mean, who knows? We might be classified.
Fair enough. Yeah, you're right. I could. Nobody would know but me and Chris.
So we'll just flip the show around. It's like, so, Doctor, was it like to fight crime with Captain Canuck?
It's pretty cool, man. I mean, we're going down, but Captain says, "Hey, Steve, you keep everyone handled, up here calm. I'm going to go out there and, steer the jet properly." Anyway, it was pretty cool. We took care of it. I said, "Sit down or die."
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds fantastic. All right. So stick around for this. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Yeah, pretty well. All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks everyone for listening. I'm just going to put you in the waiting room for a second. I'll talk to you in a bit. All right. Thank you everyone for coming on to check out this episode of Chatting with Dr. Stevo. Tomorrow I have the creators and artists of the Cauldron series, and I'm going to bring that up right now. I'll be chatting with Sam Noir, Casey Parsons, and Robert McFriedman about the latest Cauldron, which should have been out now. Due to COVID, it'll be coming out in spring. And then on Thursday, we'll be discussing a little bit about cyberbullying in the entertainment industry, as I chat with indie wrestler Caitlin Diamond and Brady Whitman. He's a former child actor who's now an adult, so he can't be a child actor anymore. And they're going to tell us about some experiences they would have had with some bullies and whatnot. And we'll talk about Hana Kimura just a little bit and how things would have affected her. So thank you all for tuning in, and stop sharing. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.